So today's a little bit of an odd day. We filled the mail. We're going to go drop the mail off, but there's a big meeting that's happening in Lansing, Michigan for Michigan deer hunters, and there's a lot of different laws and regulations that are up for vote, and we're going to go check it out and be a part of it. So here we go. I can hear you breathing out there.
I mean, hey, you're the one who built the walls so thin.
You're filming everything right now.
I would never do that.
Yeah. Let's get it. I drove the Civic today.
Fluffy, that's ridiculous.
Smallest car we could possibly get. Yeah, here, let me give some of these for you.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for your order.
Indeed. Ooh, who was sitting here last?
Check this out, y'all. Right here? Yeah. You gotta
It's
like
like
that.
magic.
So, as a hunter, a younger hunter, a millennial, I'm trying to be better at being involved in, hunting regulation changes, somewhat in politics, but like just voting and being a part, like a civil responsibility. Like I feel like I have a civil responsibility being in the hunting industry to be more aware. So all that to be said, I did a lot of research ahead of this meeting, and the DNR, which is the Department of Natural Resources in Michigan. Oh, there's a car there. And the NRC, which is the Natural Resources Committee, they kind of like partnered and created this group, which is called the DMI, or the Deer Management Initiative. And basically they got a handful of people from different regions across the state of Michigan and the upper and lower peninsula, and they wanted to address certain issues amongst hunters. The idea was that they would go out and get a bunch of information from hunters alike and kind of bring that back and speak on behalf of those people. And today is the day where they're bringing all these regulatory changes to a front and to a vote. And some of the big things in Michigan, some of the bigger items, I would say, like you'll hear a lot about like a $1 state. I'm personally, in terms of wanting to see a larger deer, more mature deer, and more balanced herd, I'd like to see us go to some type of an APR, which is an antler point restriction. So we're only shooting deer that are of older age class, or go to a $1 state, or one of the things that they're going to be talking about today is like earn a buck. So instead of taking away one of the two tags, you get one, and then you earn the next one by shooting a doe. And that's another huge part of today's conversation, is like, how do we reduce the doe numbers in the southern portion of Michigan, because there's a ton of them and people don't shoot them. So all this being said, if I had to wrap this up in one fine bow here, one package, basically everything's on the table. There's a lot of different initiatives that people want to see changed, and I would say the big ones are lowering the deer herd in terms of the doe, more of an antlerless deer harvest, and there's a lot of ways you can achieve that, and we're going to find out today what is actually going to happen for the 2025 deer hunting season. So we're going to sit in on the meeting and try and learn something. We're going to turn in front of this truck. Hold on now.
Whoa. Truck. Oh yeah, that was a nice truck,
Okay. The yellow arches call a little coffee. Right this way.
Yeah.
We're about 5 minutes out. And one thing I'm real curious about is like how many people from the public are going to be here.
The West Campus. All right, man. Hey.
Do this.
Man, would you look at this place?
It's pretty nice community college.
Yeah. It's going right now.
Chance to look at it. We've got the different colors representing the different management approaches within the Upper Peninsula.
So we got here and we're sitting in the front row, and there's just a little recess right now, but basically from what I understand, they're kind of running through a lot of this information in front of the commissioners, in front of the board before it's voted on. So we're going to find out more, I think, as the day goes on, but just some more information and data being presented. Very interesting, I would say.
We looked at the total antlerless harvest with an antlerless license in each of those units in 2023. Keeping in mind we have quotas availability of 1,000. You see that.
Very interesting to see data, hard facts from the actual departments.
You have 5 minutes to give your comments, and for those of you that signed up today, you will have 3 minutes.
Hello, I am Edward Flanagan. My topic is that I am a promoter of modern weaponless hunting and also primitive hunting. Oh, it is not?
Green.
Oh. This is yet another statement in continuation, which started back as far as 1993, where I requested the legalization of the spear for hunting as it should be.
I do have to commend the DNR. We have a great abundance of mosquitoes this year, and ticks and flies. You're doing a great job there.
I've been coming to NRC meetings for 35 years at different times. And every time I've been at one of them, or almost every time I've been at one of them, I kept telling them, we've got to work on winter habitat. And here we are 35 years later, and we're still talking about it.
We just kind of sat through like the open comment period, and it was really interesting. I learned some things. There's some more drastic, people that were in there kind of making points that didn't really have anything to do with that was being voted with, and then there was a fair bit of just people from all around. A lot of people supporting different groups of hunters, and they're gonna vote on it when we get back from lunch. We're gonna go grab a Subway and come back, and I'm learning a ton right now. So more to come. Digging tuna lately too. I might get a tuna.
Oh, you disgusting human being.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go.
What are we about to do?
I think we're about to vote. We'll see.
We don't know what that looks like, but
No idea.
here we go.
Meeting's reconvening. Let me say first, I want to thank a couple of people. I think they're in the room, I'm not sure, but first Brooke Parmalee, who's sitting next to me, and is not only our parliamentarian, but has been horn dogging this entire process, working, I think, 24/7 for a couple of weeks here. We are going to use a process now involving 20 different actions by the commission, which will result in a package order, amendment number 6, which we will act on at the end. The first amendment we'll be working on is Commissioner.
You need a motion to approve.
Oh, the entire order, right.
I'll move to approve Wildlife Conservation Order Amendment number 6.
Second. Any discussion there? All in favor?
Aye.
No, wait, we're not there yet. Are there any amendments? Yes. Are there any amendments like 20?
Move to discussion.
Let's move to discussion and I'd say get started on these amendments.
Yes, I move to amend Wildlife Conservation Order Amendment number 6 of 2024 to prohibit, excuse me, that's number 3, pardon me. I move to amend Wildlife Conservation Order Amendment number 6 of 2024 to only allow antlerless harvest during the Liberty and Independence hunt. These changes will sunset on July 12th, 2029.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
And 3 opposed?
Aye.
Aye.
2, 3? I'm not sure. I think we're gonna have to do that. Who did I miss? Let's start with Commissioner Kozak.
I voted aye.
I voted no.
I voted no, but I screwed up with the first vote. You didn't vote the first time.
So you vote no?
Yes.
And I vote yes.
I vote yes.
Yes.
So passes 4-3. I believe. What you got? Okay.
I move to amend the Wildlife Conservation Order Amendment number 6 of 2024 to remove the Lower Peninsula DMI recommendation to implement APRs and a 1 antler deer limit currently reflected in the order.
Second.
Commissioner Early, would you like to speak to your motion?
Yeah, so this is in conjunction with the next amendment, number 20, when we put it in as with the same recommendation, but with a sunset on it. So we can have APRs in the Lower Peninsula starting in 2025.
All in favor of number 19, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That brings us to number 20.
I move to amend Wildlife Conservation Order Amendment number 6 of 2024 to create a Lower Peninsula Hunter's Choice License as follows. Deer license, hunter may harvest any legal antlered deer. This regulation change will be in effect for the 2025 license season.
Second.
Let's vote on number 20. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Aye.
No. Aye.
Let's go down the table, starting with John Walters.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
No.
Yes.
No.
Fails 4-3.
So all in, it was really confusing on what was being passed and what wasn't, because they're making motions to remove amendments. So everything's kind of like backwards, and there's like a lot of communication between the board members and the commissioners that was like just not clear. So I'm not quite sure what really happened, but I think all in, nothing really changed in terms of the things that I wanted to see changed.
So how do we feel about it?
I don't know yet. All right, so this is on the back end of the meeting today, and we just drove back. We got back. We talked about the meeting on the way home, and I don't want to bash our state or the NRC committee or the DNR, but today was very confusing. It was overwhelming. It's the first time I've really seen that side of the process and how it works, the people that are involved in it, and just the process in general. And you know, I can't even really sit here and tell you what exactly happened today. And I feel like that's a problem. I felt like there was a lot of red tape around, you know, just the process in general. It wasn't very clear as to what people were voting on, yays and nays and amendments. It was just a lot of jargon. And I don't think anything life-changing really happened today. I don't think any of the regulations that I really personally wanted to see, which was an antler point restriction in the zone 3 of Michigan. I wanted to see that happen. I also wanted to see potential for like a 1 buck. Any type of regulation on getting more mature deer and kind of balancing that herd is what I was interested in. None of that really happened. Nothing went through on it, but all in, I feel like I just finished an exam and like my head is like burning, you know what I mean? I'm just a little brain fried, but it was good to go. I'm really happy we went. I thought we had a good time. And yeah, I think we're probably going to go to more of those and see if we can get more involved in it. And we're going to do a podcast at this desk right here where we break down the meeting even more. We have a lot of video footage we're going to break through too and show that to you guys. So hopefully you enjoyed it. And if you didn't, oh well. It's the day after the meeting and we weren't quite sure what happened yesterday, so we didn't give you like, you know, here's what happened to Amendment 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, all the way up to 20, because we didn't really know, and I think a lot of people didn't, but we do have a little bit of a summary that we wanted to just share with you guys. And so these are just the more notable amendments that were brought up. So number 1, the expanded antlerless any legal firearm in Zone 2 in muzzleloader season. That was not a thing last year. It was only in Zone 3, but they've expanded that so that in muzzleloader season now you can use any legal firearm in Zone 2. So that's one thing. Number two, at the beginning of 2025, the youth and liberty hunts will be antlerless only. And during the actual voting process, I thought it was the opposite of that. And I even actually had told some people incorrect information that had texted me personally, so I apologize about that. So that's new for 2025. And then the three big things that did not get passed that I personally was looking to see some type of progress was the statewide APRs, antler point restrictions. That did not happen. The hunter's choice tag, that did not happen. And then thirdly, legalized baiting, I'm kind of indifferent on, but that did not happen. So currently you can't bait in Michigan and you still can't, even though people do it anyway. Anyway, so there is a more expansive summary coming out. It's not available on the World Wide Web just yet, but wanted to give you guys some hard data on what actually was passed yesterday. And again, just to recap, we're going to be more involved, I think going forward, just to have a say, just to have a say, because the only thing you can say here if you're unhappy about something is maybe you should get involved, and I think that's what we're going to do. So, see ya.